Joining us now, I guess he heard my call and my cry, my shameful call and cry, is Alan Roth, president and founder of Secure America Now at secureamericanow.org. Alan, how are you, sir?
I am fine. How are you, Steve?
I'm fine. Thank you so much. It's been a hectic day here, and I regret to say we misplaced that important number. But it was a pleasure meeting you recently, and I was so impressed by our conversation and what you had to say about our national security. First of all, tell people a little bit about Secure America Now.
Secure America Now came into formation in the battle to stop the Ground Zero Mosque. And we are a nonpartisan organization. What that means is that we're not Democrat, we're not Republican, we're not independent. We're everyone, because the vast majority of the American people agree that our security policies are not what they should be, and that we need to we need to have the truth about what went on in Benghazi. We need to shore up our borders. We need to stop a nuclear Iran, and the vast majority of Americans agree with that. So we're not in anyone's camp in terms of politics, except that we support security for the American people.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so when we last talked, we didn't have any idea that less than 24 hours later we would be in the position that we are, we being the police, and the death of one of the two bombers, and that they turned out to be brothers from with Chechnyan backgrounds. And according to the aunt, I just read a story from AP of the brothers. The older one, who's dead, the 26-year-old, recently became a devout Muslim. There have been websites and social media found with postings, YouTube postings, etc., from the brothers with jihadist type postings and from other people talking about jihad. So your take on what this all means for us?
Well, what it means is I saw one report that said that in 2009, the brother who died actually was convicted of domestic abuse of a girlfriend or a woman that he was living with.
Right. He could have been deported at that time.
Exactly. That's the point, Steve. He could have been deported at that time. We have people coming into this country just a month ago. The Obama administration actually gave fast-track status for Saudi citizens to go through customs when they come to the United States. Now, Saudi Arabia...
And Alan, I want to stress this. Only Saudi citizens. Out of all the countries they could have picked, and of all the countries that exist, this is for Saudi citizens.
That's right. British citizens can't come through on the fast track. Germans can't come through. French can't come through. Israelis can't come through. But Saudis, my friend Dory Gold wrote a book.
I love Ambassador Gold, yes.
He's a fantastic guy. We're in close touch, and he's been very supportive of our efforts here. And Dory, his book, Hatred's Kingdom.
Yes.
Anybody has any idea or that Saudi Arabia is not a threat to America, they need to read that book.
And by the way, Dory Gold, for those who don't know, former Israeli ambassador to the United Nations.
Correct. And so we have a problem. And just the other day, as a matter of fact, when we saw each other earlier in the day, they had the Gang of Eight had come up with their new open the borders and give them amnesty program.
Yes.
And that type of stuff, because we have found across the Mexican border with the United States, we have found Hezbollah manuals, Hamas manuals. When you've got mass numbers of people crossing the borders, there is evidence that the terrorists have made their way into our country through these open borders. So I think it's extremely important. I know some of your previous guests have said this, and I'm being repetitious, but in fact, they're right, and we need to drive home the point. The American people need to stand up. They have it right. They understand that our borders should be secure, not open. They understand that, in fact, our laws, like when you can deport someone, that you deport them if they commit a crime. They understand these things, and if they go to secureamerica.now.org, they sign up, they become one of the over 200,000 people who have already signed up, and we get engaged in various battles, everything from trying to stop Chuck Hagel from becoming Secretary of Defense, to just issue after issue. Unfortunately, there were too many issues.
Right. No, I hear you, and I understand. And I'm glad we were able to chat. I have the feeling that I know that if you're willing, this will be the first of many, many chats, and especially on immigration, which I hope this incident wakes up a lot of people, especially in the House, if it's not going to wake them up in the Senate before they even consider this with this 888-page document, which, from what I understand, also invites the families of people who are now here, dare I say, illegally, to come on over eventually. It's just insane. But I thank you, Alan, and pleasure meeting you, pleasure talking to you. I'm going to take a break now in anticipation that they'll start this press conference soon, so I want to be ready for it. But thank you very much, sir, and I urge everyone to go to secureamericanow.org. Okay, folks, thank you, Alan. Alan Roth, ladies and gentlemen.